We'll preview Mainstage Irving Las Colinas' Dear Elizabeth, and we'll visit one of Irving's newest restaurants, Mexican Sugar. All this and more coming up About Town. Hello everyone, and welcome to About Town. I'm Kathy Whiteman. Thanks so much for joining us today for the return of Mama's Party, news on the Irvine Art Association's October classes, and details on Eerie Irving, a new event from the Irving events team. As always, we'd love for you to send us your feedback. Tell us about events going on around the community, interesting people we should profile, or stories you'd like to see on the show. You can email us at ictn@cityofirving.org or connect with us on social media. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter. We'd love to hear from you. Mainstage Irving Las Colinas brings us another opportunity to enjoy the magic of theater from the comfort of home. Dear Elizabeth by Sarah Rule celebrates the power of the written word brought to life in the relationship of two celebrated poets. Susan Stevens has more.
How can the letters...
Written letters to one another is a personal form of communication that keeps us connected during this difficult time. We reflect on the power of handwritten messages in Mainstage Irving Las Colinas' newest production, Dear Elizabeth.
This show is the playwright's adaptation of actual letters between two very famous, world-renowned poets. Robert Lowell and Elizabeth Bishop had a years-long correspondence and friendship, and all of their letters were preserved.
It speaks so directly to where we are today. Just because we are separated, and they're separated because they communicate by letters, just because we're separated doesn't mean our lives and our growth and our artistry stops. It becomes fertile in a different way. And this really exemplifies what could be actually the benefit of, quarantine.
For decades, Pulitzer Prize-winning poets Elizabeth Bishop and Robert Lowell relied upon one another for critiques of their poetry.
If you were any other poet I can think of, I certainly wouldn't attempt to say anything at all. I wouldn't think it was worth it. But because it is you, and a great poem, I've never used the word great before, I feel I must tell you what I think.
The two shared a close relationship and were heavy influences in each other's work. And as it so happens, the two actors playing Elizabeth and Robert also have a special bond in real life.
My husband, as we call him. It's really nice. We get along really well. When we got divorced, we made a pact to just focus on taking care of the kids and be really good co-parents. And I've always adored him. And so it's been nice to finally be on stage doing this. We did improv together, but we've never done an actual show together. So it's been really nice.
When Michael called and said, hey, you guys are in each other's COVID bubble, you can be safely on stage together, would you consider doing this show? We were just like, sure, yeah, let's do a play together for the first time ever.
I've never worked with them both at the same time, and that was kind of a joy. It was great fun. It's like a bonus upon a bonus. They're amazing actors, they're lovely people, and it's been a gift is what it's been.
Another member of their family joins in on the show.
There's brief moments in the show where in the script it just says someone comes and takes that away, someone moves the dish, someone brings a blanket, that sort of thing. And our daughter Lily, who is a senior at Booker T in theater, is also safely within our COVID bubble. So we're like, hey, would Lily want to come do that thing? And so we get to do the show together, all three of us.
The actors are happy to be working together to bring these eloquent words to life.
The poignant moments are the times the poems are read, and it just adds to the beauty. And then there's some underscoring that they're doing, and it's just gorgeous.
They're the kind of people who care about words and language. So just the language of the play is really beautiful.
And to keep up with social distancing, Dear Elizabeth is a virtual show that will be available to stream online.
You can download it just like you were doing a streaming movie off of Netflix or some streaming service, and you have a limited amount of time. Once you activate your code, I think you've got 48 hours to watch it at your leisure at your house, and that is up and available for 7 days.
Bring the theater to your home and dive into the past of two world-renowned writers in Dear Elizabeth.
It's surprising and wonderful and affirming.
And there's nothing political in this play. There's nothing, it is not strife. It is a personal story of two people's kind of journey through life. So it's if you need a break from the news cycle, whatever your news cycle is, this is a good safe harbor.
It's a beautiful story, and there's some really beautiful poetry, and I think it would probably send people kind of on a deep dive like I did, and going back to her poetry, and then that led to his poetry, and that led to other people's poetry, and just a lot of things I didn't know before. So yeah, it's an adventure into the past.
For About Town, this is Susan Stevens.
Digital tickets for Dear Elizabeth are available at irvingartcenter.com or mainstageirving.com. The show is available for streaming through October 10th. Talented singers from all over the Metroplex will once again light up Monday nights, courtesy of Mama's Party and our own Amy Stevenson. I cannot tell you how glad I am to see your face, Amy.
I feel the same way, Kathy.
So you've got Mama's Party back full blown, but through the magic of technology. Tell me how you're making that happen.
It's been very interesting because I'm not very technological, and I'm a teacher, so I've had to learn a lot with that. But I learned about a website called StreamYard.com, and it's a great place for like music things. There's a bunch of people in New York that use it for their live shows, and that's what I'm using. I just set it up, the people dial in, and we go, and we pray that Mama hits the right buttons.
I love it. I think that's absolutely fabulous. So now how do people watch? Do you go to StreamYard or do you do something else?
No, all you do is go to Facebook. And you go to the Mama's Party Facebook, which, and I'll have this for you to put up there, but it's www.facebook.com/MamasPartyGP.
Okay.
And that's at Monday nights. It comes on there on 7:35.
Oh, that's fantastic. All right, so the next one that is coming up is happening on Monday, October 12th. So what can we look forward to?
Well, I have put together a wild time for me. It's my birthday that day. So I have Christine Cornish-Smith and her boyfriend Wes, and they are in New York. They're both Broadway people. And then I also have Ashley Puckett Gonzalez and Brian Gonzalez, who are here in Dallas right now, but they're both on Broadway. And I have Matthew Harrington, who will be calling in from Atlanta, Georgia, and Ryan C. Machen, who is right here in town, as an actor here in Dallas. So yes, that's my lineup for the Monday night, the 12th.
That's so exciting. So that's the one thing that's maybe the silver lining in all of this COVID madness, is that people that we don't normally get to see at Mama's Party, they just kind of zoom in and life is wonderful.
Exactly. I'm loving it because all these people are from Dallas. They're from this area, but they've gone off to do other things. Matthew's working in Atlanta, so he was gone. And then, of course, Brian and Ashley went to New York to be found, and they both got found. And then Christine was the same way. And she has been up there. She was just, I can't remember what she was just in. Kiss Me, Kate? Does that sound right? Oh. And then Brian is in Aladdin still when it opens back up.
Wow, that's fabulous. That is great. All right, so you can't make all this musical magic happen for free. How can viewers help support Mama's Party and all these talented performers you've got?
Well, we do live tips every Monday night, and I split them up amongst the performers. We do it on Venmo, which is on your phone. You just download it and you can move money from it to anybody in the world that you need to pay. A lot of people use it for just like, oh, you bought me dinner, here, let me pay you. So Venmo is our friend. You can also do it on Zelle. And I really push it on Monday nights because a lot of these people, like these who are on Broadway, they don't have jobs right now. So I really push people to try and get as much money as I can for them because they're doing this for me free.
That's great, so, yeah. Amy. That is really wonderful. So do they Venmo Mama's Party and then you distribute from there?
Actually, they Venmo me, okay. Amy-Stevenson-39, my age,
Oh, yes, absolutely. I know because I'm right at that same age. Great to see you, friend. I am thrilled that you're doing this. Folks, the next time that you can stream on Facebook, Mama's Party is Monday, October 12th, and the fun kicks off at 7:35 p.m. Texas time, folks. Just in time for Halloween, Susan reviews the new horror flick Possessor Uncut. And if horror isn't really your jam, Sofia Coppola reunites with Bill Murray for the new comedy On the Rocks. Here's a look.
You have a very special nature. One we've worked hard together to unlock.
Neon's new sci-fi thriller Possessor Uncut is a disturbing nightmare.
Pull me out. The results are normal. Anything you want to flag? No, I'm fine.
Mom! Hi, darling.
How was your trip?
Dull. Extraordinarily dull.
Tasia Voss is an agent who works for a secret organization that uses brain implant technology to inhabit other people's bodies and drive them to commit assassinations for high-paying clients. Tasia is great at her job, but struggles to live a normal home life as she is constantly haunted with the thoughts of her murderers. She keeps her family visits short and rushes back to the job. Only this time, her new mission doesn't go as planned.
Operation in the U.S. You'll be binding to Colin Tate. We can't afford any mistakes on this one.
Ready?
What's with you today?
What do you mean? I'm in place. Can we help you?
Finish this.
What are you doing? I can't pull the trigger.
The man she has inhabited is now fighting to take back control of his body. I'm sure all this sounds exciting, and at the beginning it was. But about halfway through the film, Possessor Uncut starts to become a blurry mess. It feels very much like the film Neon Demon, where we're given multiple images that are stylish and colorful, but ultimately distract from the storyline. What isn't distracting are the incredible performances by Andrea Riseborough, Christopher Abbott, and Jennifer Jason Leigh. Riseborough is flawless as we see how much this job has taken a toll on her. She's lost her identity and her emotions altogether. Director-writer Brandon Cronenberg created an intriguing plot. Possessor Uncut entertains for the most part and offers a lot of graphic violence, but the film falls short on the follow-through. We never meet the clients, nor do we care about the missions. There are a lot of missing pieces. All of this leads to an unsatisfying payoff and an underwhelming movie.
It's all it takes to lose control.
Now on to Sofia Coppola's delightful new comedy, On the Rocks.
Hi, Dad.
Hey, kiddo.
Oh my gosh, do you look beautiful. Cliff, how's your mom's hip?
Good, thanks.
Good. He thinks you're my girlfriend.
Brace.
Been busy?
Yeah, Dee's traveling with clients all the time, and I'm just the buzzkill waiting to schedule things. I'm so stuck.
So Dean's going away a lot, huh? On business trips?
Dad,
Raise your hand if that sounds fishy.
he's not like you. He's a good guy, a great dad.
Sure, it's nature. Males are forced to fight, to dominate, and to impregnate all females.
Bill Murray plays Felix, a playboy art dealer who long ago walked out on his family and children for the first of many women. He's selfish and self-centered, yet you can't help but love the guy. When he hears his daughter Laura is concerned about her husband's many work trips, he assumes the worst and encourages her to look into the matter with him. Unlike Coppola's other films, this one is lighthearted and a pleasure to watch the whole way through. This is in big part due to the natural chemistry between Murray and Rashida Jones.
Left.
Felix, you're back in town. Been busy?
Yeah. Got a lot going on.
Do you? He should be worshiping the ground you walk on. And if he's doing something dishonorable, you need to know.
What if Dean's just busy? I'm in a rut. That's it.
I think we should follow him.
What?
I think you better see him in action.
On the Rocks has a simple premise and it's hardly groundbreaking, but it is heartfelt. At the beginning of the film, we hear Felix tell a young Laura not to give her hand to any boys and that she is his until she is married. That may sound a little creepy, but his intentions are good. He's always cared for his daughter, even when he was an absentee father. Felix is just valuing the quality time he's finally getting to spend with her. Sadly, it's under troubling circumstances. There's a lot of laughs in this film. The banter between Jones and Murray alone will crack you up. But really, any conversation Jones is in seems to be awkward and somehow insulting.
Exits on 3 streets.
The mystery about the possible adultery will keep audiences guessing until the very end. But it's an adventure that allows Laura to see her father and herself in a new light. It's a meaningful and sweet father-daughter film that makes for a fantastic comical escape. On the Rocks opens in select theaters on October 2nd and is available on Apple TV October 23rd. For About Town, this is Susan Stevens.
Yeah, and every other make and model.
Thank you. I'm going to take that as a compliment. Are there 2? Oh.
On the Rocks is playing in an exclusive engagement at the Inwood Theater. Possessor Uncut is currently playing at area studio movie grill locations. And speaking of Halloween, the Irving Events team has cooked up another fun family event just in time to celebrate all things spooky. Amy Kincaid and Holly Norman join me via Zoom for all the details. Hello, ladies. How are you?
Great to be here.
Great to be here.
And really looking forward to this event. Amy, so tell us, what's the name of the event and how in the world did you guys come up with this idea?
We're excited about this first-time event. The name of it is Irving Park. We were trying to do everything we could to come up with an event that we could actually get people to come and help us celebrate Halloween this year. So what we came up with was a safe way for families to drive through and get spooked on the way and get some treats along their route. So just thought it was a fun way to get families out of the house into one of our local parks and just have some fun different decorations and stuff and just have a good time with it in today's world.
Yeah, and you've got it. You guys have been so creative in the way that you've done that, because Parks and Recreation is all about getting out, having some fun, getting some exercise, and you've kind of got to switch things up quite a bit so that people can still enjoy the holiday and be safe. So Holly, where is this taking place?
It's going to be at Trinity View Park, which is 2221 East State Highway 356 here in Irving. That is going to be right by Loop 12 area.
So folks will dress up, jump in their cars, and they'll drive to Irving Park. What's the first thing they're going to see?
When they enter in the park, they're going to see huge, massive sign entering Irving. It's going to be a great experience. It's going to be the entrance of all entrances for Halloween. We're hoping that people are going to see it from quite far. So it's the experience that you're going to get to go through the rest of the park. It's going to be great.
I absolutely love this. So they're in the park, Amy. What kinds of things can folks expect?
15 and under, they'll be able to receive a bucket to collect their treats and prizes along the route. But they'll see different things such as a pumpkin area. They'll see pirate scenes. They'll see a clown area, which is not my favorite. I do not like clowns. But there's also like a tombstone area. There's a fun little ghost area. So just a lot of fun for all ages. And again, they'll be able to collect treats in designated areas around the route.
I love this, and I love it that you guys have got so many cool things for folks to do. But let me ask you about this, because I know that you want to make sure that folks stay in their cars, and they know that that's a very important part of this. But everybody loves to dress up for Halloween. That's a part of the deal. What do you kind of have going on there so that people can maybe take a picture and hashtag to post on social?
If you and your family decide to dress up, we would love to encourage you to post your photos, hashtag Irving Park, and make sure to include all the fun photos that you have. And even if you don't dress up, just send some photos and we would love to see your experience through Irving Park.
Fantastic. I think that's a really fun way for families to share the experience with everyone. So I want to ask you about this, Holly. You guys have tried to come up with something that'll make the event fun for the whole family, and I've heard you've even got a special area that's just for teens. Tell us about that.
Absolutely. We have the zombie apocalypse area. So as you're going along the route, If you have some older kids in the car that will have a little bit more fun, a little bit more thrill, take a ride off into the zombie apocalypse area. It's sure to be a frightful thrill for the older crowd.
And the folks that are maybe, see, I would bypass the clown area. I'm like Amy. But for folks that don't want necessarily their younger kids to see that part of it, they just bypass that and head out to another section.
Absolutely.
Okay, so it sounds like it's going to be absolutely incredible, and we're really looking forward to it. Now, we typically end our interviews with these ladies with details for the event, but we've got something fun for you. Our interim executive producer, Brett Wheeler, created a promotional piece for Erie Irving, and he's letting us premiere it on About Town. Check it out.
I think we're lost.
We're not lost. All I want to do is just take the kids trick-or-treating.
I don't really care where we go as long as we get candy.
Candy, candy!
Are you guys lost?
No, we're not lost. I just want to take the kids trick-or-treating.
Well, have you heard of Erie Irving Park? It's this great event on October 24th at Trinity View Park. There'll be all kinds of tricks and treats around every corner. The kids will even get a free bucket to store all of their sweet candy and treats. But remember, you have to stay in your car.
Oh, because of the virus.
No, because of the zombies.
Great, how do we get there?
Just head on over to Trinity View Park. If you see a zombie without any limbs, you've gone too far. They seem nice.
In our Rediscover series, we featured local restaurants and eateries that have been long-standing favorites in the community. But Irving is attracting a lot of great new restaurants, including Mexican Sugar, Cocina and Cantina. Susan Stevens visited, and we invite you to discover another great front burner group dining experience.
Slow roasted beef tenderloin is grilling alongside fresh lobster tail for one of Mexican Sugar's unique dishes.
We have steak and lobster fajitas served with black beans and cilantro lime rice. There's a cilantro butter over both the lobster and the steak. They're really delicious.
Located on Regent Boulevard, Mexican Sugar opened in Las Colinas this past summer. The restaurant transports guests to a sultry escape.
You know, the design is inspired by Hacienda feel, so we like to think that maybe you're in your favorite spot in Latin America, Tulum, Cabo maybe. We have 6 private dining rooms to offer very distinct areas where guests can come and dine in groups, small groups, large groups spread out during COVID.
Mexican Sugar serves made-from-scratch Latin-inspired Mexican cuisine.
We have all sorts, a really wide variety of Latin-inspired fare that we like to say is lighter, fresher, better. It's not Tex-Mex, but we have some of those favorites that you crave for sure.
One of those favorites is the roasted chicken enchilada.
We bring in whole, fresh birds. We brine them for at least 24 hours in citrus and clove and cinnamon, and we pull that chicken. We use those house-made corn tortillas. We use a queso blanco, a salsa roja, and a salsa verde on top, as well as the cilantro lime rice and the black beans. And they're just, if you imagined your favorite chicken enchilada, it's just elevated maybe on steroids a little bit.
If you're in the mood for something different, there are a variety of Latin flavors you can explore.
Seafood-inspired paella, like you were in somewhere in Spain. It has U10 scallops, mussels, Spanish chorizo, heirloom tomatoes, peas, and of course there's a saffron rice, and also some shrimp. The ceviche, we use Gulf red snapper, shrimp, 5 different citrus juices. There's red onion, avocado. So it's just a really light, fresh, craveable seafood dish that's cold and really refreshing. The funnest part of the fish tacos, we use that Gulf red snapper from the Gulf of Mexico here in Texas. What I love about them is there's a hibiscus tortilla. So we steep the masa in a hibiscus tea that we make. So they're really bright and colorful and just beautiful tacos.
Pair any one of these dishes with a beverage that is both beautiful and tasty.
So the Como La Flor is a jalapeno-infused tequila. It has Saint Germain elderflower liqueur, and then of course we have lime, agave, and we use a hibiscus ice cube that as you sip that cocktail slowly, the ice cube melts and the cocktail kind of changes over the 10 or 15 minutes that you're enjoying it. So it's a lot of fun. And the drink's name is inspired after a very famous Selena song.
Other popular drinks include the Margarita Flight and the Guava Pisco Frio. Sip on more drinks during their happy hour, available Monday through Friday. But when it comes to dessert, customers and employees agree the decadent chocolate avocado cake is a must-try.
It's our signature dessert. It has ancho chili, coffee, avocado, powdered sugar, has a cinnamon meringue, and a creme glace.
Mexican Sugar is taking all the necessary precautions to make your dining experience safe and enjoyable. But if you're still not comfortable eating out, you can order to go.
So we offer curbside to go. We offer cooked, fully prepared, ready to eat meal kits. We have enchilada kits, we have taco kits, we have fajita kits, and you can also order anything from the menu a la carte that you want. Any cocktail on the menu is available to go, and we're doing those kits and those cocktails to go at a significantly reduced price, just to allow guests to try us at home, and hopefully they'll decide to come to the restaurant once they feel more comfortable.
Whether you choose to experience Mexican Sugar at the restaurant or at your home, they're happy to be serving Irving.
We really are connected to the city of Irving, its diversity. We've had restaurants that have been tremendously successful here. The business corridor in Las Colinas, even through COVID, has been wonderful to us, great for lunch business, and the proximity to the airport. We're so close to DFW International Airport. We couldn't be happier to be in Irving.
Mexican Sugar offers quality service along with an immersive ambiance and authentic ingredients. For About Town, this is Susan Stevens.
Other front burner group restaurants include Whiskey Cake and The Ranch at Las Colinas. Mexican Sugar is located at 3215 Regent Boulevard. Learn more at mexicansugarcocina.com or call 469-313-1300. If you're a visual artist, then you'll be very interested in learning about all the ways the Irving Art Association has developed to help you stay creative. Michelle Corton joins me with the details. Michelle, thank you so much for bopping in today so that we can talk about some of this exciting stuff that's going on with the Irving Art Association.
Well, thank you very much. I'm excited to be here and tell the folks in Irving about all the wonderful programs we have both online and in classroom, and all the precautions that we've taken to prevent the COVID from exposure in our classrooms.
Oh, that's great, and I know people are going to be really excited to hear that, and very glad to hear it in terms of staying safe and staying healthy. But let me start with this. You've got a kind of a new role with the Irving Art Association. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, I am the Irving managing director and developer at this point in time. COVID has really put a lot of pressure for us to change our executive director development and go more to the committee style, where everybody has a project that they're working on, and then we correspond with one another. We have Zoom meetings to make sure that we're all on the same path to do the development for the present and the future of the IAA. So right now I'm the managing director and developer.
Well, fantastic, because you got to have somebody that sets the tone at the top, and it sounds like they've picked the right person. So congratulations on that. So let's start with your in-person classes that you've got going on. Tell us about them.
Well, we started our what we call a soft opening in July and August, and then when September came, we had a full opening, which means that we have what is now called the Irvine Art Association Community Fine Art School. And under that auspice, there comes the bilingual Spanish programs on Wednesday night, the fine art technique classes on Thursday night, the Lollapalooza art on Friday night. And then during the day, we have two informal art gathering groups, the Tuesday Painters and TAG, which is known as the Thursday Art and Crafters. Then we have workshops that go on during the weekends, usually on Saturday. So in October, we have scheduled Sharon Murray, who is doing modeling and figure drawing, which is really lots of fun. And Susan is a well-known artist both in California and here in Texas. She's been involved with the Art Association for many, many years. And she was also vice president of the Carmel and Monterey Art Association. So she comes in with a lot of experience. And the other person during the Thursday night is Cheryl McBroom, and she is what we call a glass and sculpture artist, and she's doing modeling glass in jewelry and simple things for people to do. Then Leticia Garcia is our lead teacher in the Spanish bilingual classes, and she is doing figure drawing and all kinds of fine art things. Her classes We have people who speak Spanish, we have people who speak English, and Letty is able to go back and forth. And she's a well-known artist. Also, within that group, we no, he doesn't teach so much in the Spanish bilingual classes, but he does a lot of the art Lollapalooza classes on Friday night, and that is Jose Hernandez, who is a well-known mixed media artist. He also does our workshops. And that's what's going on as far as the in classrooms. Now we're just about ready to post our online classrooms, and Jose will be teaching one class, and Aiden Donahue will be teaching a class on abstract art, and they will be posted this week. And and then we have workshops which are coming up also. Now, you asked me about protocols. When we decided to reopen the Irvine Art Association, we sat down and really figured out how to do this. First of all, there are no walk-ins. You have to go to the Irvine Art Association website, or it's irvingartassociation.org, and look for the classes you want, and you have to register on those particular classes. There are no walk-ins. You have to be pre-registered. We only limit those classes to 10 people with social distancing of 6 feet, which in the gallery classrooms is one person per an 8-foot table. You have your temperature checked, you have to wear a mask, and you have to sign a legal resolution. And the instructors make sure that they don't have too much personal contact. And that sounds funny, but in art, instructors have to kind of see what everybody's doing. But we've figured out a way to do that so that it's comfortable both for the students and for the instructors.
That is wonderful. It sounds like you guys have been really intentional about the way you're approaching this, and really thoughtful about the kinds of classes you're bringing. We're out of time, but I do want to ask, how do people learn more? What is the website they need to check out?
They need to go to the irvingartassociation.org, and that will list all of our classes and the new online cultural art panels that we're having. And there's a really exciting one, a Hispanic art cultural panel that's coming up October 12th from 7 to 9. It's a Monday night. And we have an amazing array of panelists that will talk about being a Hispanic artist in Dallas-Fort Worth and Irving.
That is absolutely wonderful, Michelle. Thank you so much for being with us today. Thank you for all of the great information. And folks, remember to check out irvingartassociation.org and try to check out the Cultural Arts Workshop on Monday, October 12th. It sounds like it's going to be a great one.
Yes.
Thank you.
We hope so. Well, thank you. We really, really, really enjoy this. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And here are some other exciting things to do happening about town. Get ready for another grab-and-go Second Sunday Fun Day at the Irving Art Center, featuring art-making activities inspired by the award-winning work of Yuyi Morales. Drive by the Irving Art Center on Sunday, October 11th between 1 and 4 p.m. for your free materials, and then visit irvingartcenter.com to check out the instructor video. The New Philharmonic Orchestra of Irving kicks off their 2020-2021 season with the Surprise Symphony. Stream their free concert on Sunday, October 11th at 3:30 p.m. at irvingartcenter.com to spend your Sunday with the symphony. The entertainment series of Irving presents Alan Connor in concert on Sunday, October 18th at 2:30 p.m. in Carpenter Hall. The show will have limited seating to follow health protocols, so get your tickets now at 972-252-ARTS. Texas Lottery Live is back with the Matt Brooks Band, Friday, October 23rd at 7 p.m. Visit ToyotaMusicFactory.com for more details. And that wraps up this edition of About Town. Thanks for joining us. Please be sure to tune in next time for the second installment in our Staycation Irving series, a visit to the Omni Hotel Las Colinas. We'll also catch up with the Texas Tenors, and we'll check out the Brighter Tomorrows golf tournament. Please keep practicing social distancing and other important safety measures as we continue to support each other through this health challenge. We'll leave you tonight with a look at the Texas Tenors in rehearsal, preparing for their concert in Carpenter Hall. It was a great way to bring back live events at the Irving Art Center. I'm Kathy Whiteman. Have a great evening, and we'll see you next time.
And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.